this is a red square for those who didn't know, and this was originally meant to be a marketplace. When the Kremlin was built, the architects were Italian. This is in the late 16th century, late 15th or 16th, whatever. They said that there had to be a clear line of fire around the building, particularly on the sides which weren't covered by the Moskva River, because they wouldn't be building on the river. In time, it was built upon. This was designed to be here. This was meant to be the market square, but also used for other things, such as executing people, as can be seen in that building, that structure in front of me. It also had a very ceremonial role for military things and the likes, and particularly after the communists took over, when they'd have heavy weapons displayed, and so they knocked down the gateway down there, which was rebuilt in 92-93, so tanks and other things could get in without any problems. Because although it's really big, this square, it looks much bigger in the films. When you see things such as the from November 41, for example, the military display, or even those that took place in the 80s, it seems to be much bigger than it really is. And particularly when you look at the Lenin mausoleum there, and you sort of see Stalin or Khrushchev or whoever standing on it waving. It seems to be as though they're much higher than they really are. Now that mausoleum there is actually, it looks small, but actually it's quite deep underground, and it's connected by some passageway to inside the Kremlin to allow the servants of the people a easy access to their quarters, while the people happen to go home by the means. Despite that, this is the biggest square in Europe. So here on the entrance to the GUM building, we've got the date of construction 1898-93, which sort of reinforces the idea of the market square. In fact, many retail developers these days claim that what they're trying to do is to recreate a market square in their retail complexes, and I suspect the idea dates back to 120 years ago. The building there is the Kazan Cathedral, which was built in, I think, 1620s, and I think the reason for its construction was to somehow celebrate, commemorate either the capture of Smolensk. Smolensk became part of Russia, or alternatively it was built after the Polish-Lithuanian I don't know if occupation is the right word, capture of Moscow, and it was knocked down in 1928 on Stalin's instructions to get rid of religious things in Red Square. The national person in charge of monuments took lots of photographs of it, and this allowed this to be rebuilt in the 1990s. Now, it is said that Stalin, sometime around this time, was looking at the model of Red Square, and Lazar Kaganovich, one of his most murderous henchmen, pointed the model to St. Basil's and said they had to remove that as well. And Stalin reportedly said, "Put it back, Lazar." Don't know if that's true or not, but it's a nice little story. That did survive. And even here in the Kazan, I mean, it looks as though it could be old. Very small for a cathedral, of course.